A very good morning to our lecturer, Madam Suraya binti Mahdian. I am Andeline Liliana Anak Roland from AP1104A. Today, I would like to present about the morphology of paper until reach the end user.
Pepper has been widely used to flavor a dish, pharmaceutical, and even in cosmetics. The scientific name is Piper nigrum L. Pepper was cultivated in Malaysia at 19th century by Portuguese and became the main product in Johor and Singapore. In Sabah and Sarawak, the cultivation was started in 1840 when governed by King Brooke. Until today, Sarawak remains as the main producer of pepper in Malaysia and become the top 4 in the world. The pepper planted on hilly topography that has higher rainfall, which is about 2,800 mm until 4,700 mm in average. In Peninsular Malaysia, the pepper was planted on flat land with lower rainfall that is about 1,800 mm to 3,000 mm in average. It needs to be observed as it is sensitive to excessive moisture and easy to be infected by food rot. It is about 23,780 tons of black pepper and 6,794 tons of white pepper in 2018. The morphology of pepper. Pepper is a woody, climbing vine growing to 9 meters or more. The stem is grayish in color and can reach to 1.2 centimeters in diameter. The rootlet is grown from swollen nodes and able to attach for support at other surfaces. The leaves are dark green on the surface and pale green beneath it. The flower spikes and each produces 50 to 60 single berries. It has 4 types of branches which are climbing stem. It is the main branch and climb up the support. Stolon, growing from base of the climbing stems. Hanging shoots which arise from main shoots that not contact with support, and lateral shoots which are the productive branches. So these are the structure of the pepper, the leaves, the inflorescence, the fruiting branches arise, the nodes, and the main branches. Soil and climatic requirement. Pepper grows vigorously in moist, hot tropical climates from sea level with elevation of 600 meters. The annual rainfall needed is 2,500 mm or more, and the basal pH is 5.5 to 6. It needs proper drainage to prevent the food rot. In drought conditions, the pepper cannot survive due to shallow root system. It needs enough irrigation and good supply of water. Pepper suitable planted in many types of soil topography include with a slope of less than 10 degrees. In Sarawak, the farmers planted pepper on hilly area with slope from 25 degree to 30 degree. The soil series that suitable are Rengam, Senai, and Jerangau. Pepper must not be cultivated on clay soil, pit soil, and mark soil because it have higher water holding capacity.
Varieties of pepper. The popular varieties are Kuching, Semenggok Aman, Semenggok Perak, Belantung, Karimunda, Jambi, and Bangka. It has vigorous growth and lifespan of 20 years. The yield obtained from these varieties are 6 to 7 kg per year. Semenggok Aman has a longer fruit and resistant to foot rot diseases. The hybrid crossbreeding was made between uterine Kota and Kuching on 1991 and Semenggok Emas was produced. The Malaysian Pepper Board proposed these 3 cultivars to be cultivated. It is because their berries productivity, disease resistance, piperine and oleoresin content, and percentage of becoming the black or white pepper. Propagation. The best way to propagate pepper is by vegetative method as it does not need longer time to grow. After the vines are cut, it should be grown in a nursery because it provides a shaded place. The cuttings should be taken from vines that are 1 to 2 years old and taken about 6 to 8 weeks before planting. The cutting should not be taken from lateral branch because it will make the crop become shrub-like plant and not grow upwards. After 7 to 10 days, the stem is ready to cut to become new cutting. The cutting should be planted in the nursery beds or polybags with a recommended size. The 4 nodes must be buried in the soil with recommended angle. Make sure the area have shading to prevent it from direct sunlight and to keep them conditioned so the roots easier rooting. After 2 to 3 months, the cuttings are ready to be transplanted to the field. Before transplanting, it should be hardened off to reduce the transplanting shock. Field planting of pepper. Field operations such as land clearing, displogging, and rotation is necessary to ensure the crops are not infected by the root diseases. If the soil has low pH, then the liming process should be done. The second round of plogging is by using a rotavator to make sure the lime is incorporated with the soil. If the pepper is planted on hilly area, then we should construct terrace to avoid the soil erosion during rainy day. The terrace should be slanting to allow water flows into the terrace instead of flow down the hill. The planting distance for monocrops is 2.5 meter between rows and 2 meter between plants in row. The density is about 2,000 plants per hectare. Mardi suggests the best planting distance for 2,240 plants per hectare is 1.83 meter times 2.44 meter by using a triangular system. Support system of pepper. Pepper needs a support system for its growth, which is from both living and non-living support system. The first one is living support system is known as live tree support system. It includes coconut tree and jackfruit. The planting distance is not specific because it according to the spacing of the live tree supports that have been grown. The second one is non-living support system. It includes concrete, granite pillars, and thick poles. The height is about 3.7 meter and planted in the soil with a depth of 60 cm into the soil and 15 cm from the planting point. The third one is shrubs or non-climbing stem. The pepper is left growing on the ground without providing any support to it. It is very rare and rarely used due to the lower yield obtained. Black pepper processing. The berries are harvested when they are yellowish or still green in color. The harvested berries should be stored for 24 hours to ease the separation process of berries from the spike. The spikes are rubbing against the horizontal wire mesh to allow the berries that separated to pass through. All the separated berries collected and dried under the sun for 3 to 10 days. It is required so that the moisture content can reach 12% and will have uniform color, which is dark brown to black color. It will produce pungent aroma and free from mold. The stalks and other trash removed by hand picking or winnowing after drying is done. White pepper processing. The production of white pepper is using fully ripe berries and obtained after removing the outer skin or pericarp of it. There are 4 stages. The first one is soaking. The berries are kept in the gunny sacks and dipped in pond with running water for 10 days. It will soften the pericarp and allow it to rot to ease the removal. The second stage is washing. The berries are trampled and washed to remove the rotten pericarp and stalks. Then the third stage is drying. The peppercorns are spread on mats and dried under the sun for 3 to 10 days. During the rainy season, the pepper are kept under water to avoid it from becoming moldy. The moisture content should not more than 10%. And then the last stage is packaging. The pepper will be packed into plastics or airtight container for marketing. Marketing. There are three ways for the farmer to market their paper. The first one is the farmers sell the paper direct to local merchants. The farmers sell it to the exporters by himself. And the last one is it will be bought by the retailers or wholesalers that come to their place to buy paper. So, in conclusion, paper has become the most important crops in Malaysia, especially in Sarawak. The best cultivars have given higher yield in this industry. It is important to understand the morphology of paper when involved in this industry as it helps us to increase the yield of paper. Good practices on processing the paper is necessary so that the quality of the paper will not reduce and will give higher demand in the market. These are the products of the paper and how the paper is planted in the field. That's all from me. Thank you.